The way I just yelled out thank you when Ridge told Steffi what he told her, I said about doggone time. About doggone time, because she over here acting like he's somebody's victim. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chester for the Motivational for July 24, 2024. Okay, y'all, so that's where we're going to start at. Steffi and Ridge. I said, about doggone time. I've been waiting on this. Look, this should have been a moment that Thomas was there, Taylor was there, because they were saying the same thing. Brooke did this, Brooke did that, or whatever. And I was like, he's at fault, right? He made a choice, right? He keeps making the same choice, right? How many times you going to fall for it? But yeah, he finally told her. He's like, what you think? What did he say? What you think? She hit me over the head and drugged me into a cave? Then he proceeds to tell her that he's the one that loved Taylor. I said, right. I said, because that day, look, I always think back to that day. Now, I wasn't watching back then, when this first began, obviously. But I always think back to that day they was at Eric's. I think he said he needed time. He wanted to go to Eric's, stay with his daddy, so he could figure out what he want and who he want. And I think Taylor had brought him some food, and then Brooke came over there. And he was standing there. He was standing there just like Steffi was standing there with Leon. Y'all remember that episode? The episode I'm talking about in regards to Eric and them, Eric wasn't there, but Taylor was there, Ridge was there. Brooke and Taylor was just arguing over this man. He just standing there tilting his doggone head to the side and smiling and stuff. Then the other episode I'm talking about was Steffi now. Steffi and Leon, when they had slept together that time, I think she was in a relationship with Finn at the time, and he was married to Hope. Remember he got down on his knees begging Hope to take him back? But yeah, they was standing up there talking about how they was almost together. That's what I thought about. I said, look, both of them. He just standing up there. I said, about time. About doggone time, he admits it. But do y'all think that Steffi is actually going to listen to what he's saying? Or do y'all think she has held this grudge for so long that she's going to continue to hold it? But okay, on today's episode, Steffi and Reeves, they was talking about Sheila being released and stuff first. That's what they was first talking about. Then they started talking about Brooke. Steffi wanted to know why Reeves made Brooke the spokesperson for the bedroom line or whatever. And I was like, you should have known that. Once he showed her that video and everything, you should have known that. And she kept trying to tell him that she think that he made a bad decision. Why he can't get somebody else to do it. Look, she just tired of the Logans. She just tired of the Logans at this point. But two things. I will say I agree with Ridge. I think that it will send an empowering message because there are people all over the world, whether you young, old, whether you're small, whether you bigger. I feel like it's important to showcase that because nobody's the same size. Nobody is the same size. Nobody's the same age. And some people want to wear that. Now, everybody don't wear lingerie and stuff like that. But I feel like Ridge was right on that. The second thing is Steffi. Steffi had a point when she said that he didn't consult her. And y'all know I was speaking on that. I was like, okay, he's co-CEO, she's co-CEO. Don't, regardless if it's one or two, don't you supposed to vote or something like that? Or you supposed to have a meeting or something like that? I said, he keep making decisions by himself. Brooke and Hope, they was just talking about the same thing about Ridge wanting her to be the spokesperson for the bedroom line. And she ended up telling Hope that she agrees to do it. And they was celebrating and happy and all this other good stuff. Lee and Bill. So Bill went there. First, he was telling her, he was thanking her basically. He was basically saying how she played a major part in him finding out he has a daughter. He was saying how now you're, he said, you under the Spencer umbrella. He just kept thanking her and saying how he feels now that he has a daughter. He feels different. He just so excited. I said, are they really finna do this? Are they really finna say that the DNA test was a lie, that it wasn't the truth? Because who switched the test? And how did they switch the test if she administered it? They both had a test. They both came with a test. So who responsible at this point? I mean, Poppy is acting guilty. Poppy definitely acting guilty. But eventually he got to the point. I was waiting on, I knew what was coming. He wants Lee to try with Poppy to fix things. I want to see if she actually listens to Bill. Because right after Bill left, Katie came in. Look, now I got to go back to Katie now. So Katie was still questioning Poppy, talking about she don't understand. I don't understand. Why did you wait 20 years? Why did you wait 20 years before you came or whatever? And she just keep questioning her. Poppy done told her, look, it ain't your business. She ain't say it like that, but she was told her mind her business. I said, now she the one running around offing people. You might want to stay out her face. Well, she was like, basically saying how they're together. And Poppy was so upset, she pacing back and forth. Luna got in there, talking about, what's going on? What's wrong? Look, remember how Katie kept saying how Luna's an amazing person and all this other stuff. Once Bill got involved and he was her father, she put all that out the window. She put all that out the window. But then Katie ends up going to Lee's office, and she was like, she need her help. She been trying to figure out what's going on or whatever. And she tells her or asks her, is there any chance or any way that the test could be wrong? And I said, look at here. I want to know what's going on. We ain't seen Sheila no more. I want to know what's going on. I want to know if they trying to say that the test was actually not true, that somebody messed with it, or it was a fake test, or whatever the case may be. Because the way they've been going about this, I thought for sure, I was like, okay, Luna, his daughter. I want to know who really took out Hollis and Tom. I also want to know if Sheila knows who did it. Did she see something? Because she been acting suspicious too. I want to know if Jack is involved. Is that why he blowing up Lee's phone? At first I thought, when the spoiler said, some weeks ago, the spoiler said that Jack and Lee hide something from Finn. So, when they ran into the office together, they was in the office together with Finn or whatever, and they was talking about the concert. I thought they had hooked up or something. I thought they had slept together or something. But afterwards, he started blowing her up. Well, that's the last we seen of him. He started blowing her up. So I'm like, okay, what they done did? I said, what they done did? They acting guilty once, who was that? Was that Sheila that brought up the backpack? Lee had a look on her face. But yeah, that's it. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.